Good morning, everybody. It is day 6 of the advent of code. Today we have tuning trouble. Preparations are finally complete and we are leaving camp to begin making our way towards the Starfruit Grove. As we move through the dense undergrowth, one of the elves gives me a handheld device. He says that it has many fancy features, but the most important one to set up right now is the communication system. However, because he's heard that we have significant experience dealing with signal-based systems, he's convinced the other elves that it would be okay to give us the one malfunctioning device. Not very nice. Surely we'll have no problem fixing it. As if inspired by comedic timing, the device emits a few colorful sparks. To be able to communicate with the elves, the device needs to lock on to their signal. The signal is a series of seemingly random characters the device receives one at a time. To fix the communication system, we need to add a subroutine to the device that detects a start of packet marker in the data stream. In the protocol being used by the elves, the start of packet is indicated by a sequence of 4 characters that are all different. The device will send your subroutine a data stream buffer, which will be our puzzle input for the day, and our subroutine needs to identify the first position where the 4 most recently received characters are all different. Specifically, it needs to report the number of characters from the beginning of the buffer to the end of the first such 4 character marker. So for example, in this routine right here, when we start going through, we need to find the first 4 characters that are different. These first 4 are not all different because we have 2 J's, still 2 J's here, 2 Q's at this point, but here you see that at this point we have J, P, Q, M, 4 different characters, and so the first time a marker appears is after the 7th character arrives. As they said, our puzzle input for the day seems to be a seemingly random stream of characters where we need to just find the first 4 of them that are all different. Here we are once again over in our VS Code where we have our day6.py and our input copied to our text file. So we'll go ahead and start working, and today, based on what we're doing, I don't think we even need a parser since we're literally just working with a single data stream. So we'll just go ahead and jump straight into defining our process here, which will need no inputs for the day. I take that back. Let's add one argument, which will be to see the length of our start of packet. There we go, like that. Let's go ahead and open up our input right here. We will open up input6.txt in read mode as our file pointer. We will create a list to hold our current characters based on reading from our file pointer, and we want to read in the length of our starting packet. Then we want to keep track of our current index, which will start with the value of start length. Alright, and let's go ahead and print out both of those values. Then we'll come down here and call process with a value of 4. And testing this, we see JFNJ, which looking at our input over here adds up. We have JFNJ. Now we need to create a while loop that will run as long as the length of the set of our current characters is less than our start length. What's going to be going on here is that set is only going to be taking the unique values of current characters, because in mathematics a set cannot have duplicates. Then we simply take the length of that, and it should be equal to the start length. So if it's less than that, actually we'll put this as not equal to, though it should be fine with less than. As long as it is not equal to the start length, we need to continue. So now we need to see which character to replace in our list, and I think the way we're going to be doing that is with the modulus operator on the current index. So if the current index is upped every single time we add a character, we should be able to modify the correct part of the list using the modulus of current index modulus 4. I think we need to do this though before incrementing. We'll add input to test this, and we'll try calling again. And we have 0 because we need to replace J first, then F, then N, then J, then back to the front. Perfect. So now using that, we'll simply modify current characters at the current index modulus the start length, and we will set it equal to reading a single character from our file. After that, let's look at our return value here. So we'll back out of the while loop and put a return here with a tuple because we want to return 2 values. We want to use a .join to turn the current characters into a single string, and we want to return the current index. Give this a go. Whoops, forgot to print. Give this a go again, and we have dbpw at 1300. Back over in the advent of code, let us try that value. And we have the right answer. So let's move on to part 2 and see what they throw at us. The device's communication system is currently detecting packets, but still isn't working. It looks like it also needs to look for messages. A start of message marker is just like a start of packet marker, except for it consists of 14 distinct characters rather than 4. Here are the first positions of the start of message markers for all of the above examples. Okay, so I'm a little confused on this part. I'm not sure if we're supposed to detect this after we get the first message marker. If we have a first marker after character 5 right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the next one is after 23, then yes. No, because this one is after 6, and this one is also after 23. So I believe it's separate. Back over here, we can try it both ways. We should be able to use our current process just with a value of 14 instead. I think what we're going to do is pull in one of those examples and see if it works properly this way. Alright, so we have our scratch.txt file, and for this example, the inventive code said it should be values 10 and 29. So we simply change this out with scratch.txt and go ahead and give that a run, and we see 10 and 29, so we can use it this way. Perfect. Go ahead and change this back to input 6 and do that, and we have a value of 3,986. So let's go check that out. Here we go, 3,986, and enter. And we have the right answer. 1 gold star closer to collecting enough star fruit. And that will about wrap it up for me this morning. That was pretty quick, a short one for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like or a comment. That would be absolutely amazing. I'll have the code in my GitHub and that link down in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching, and until tomorrow, I'll see y'all later.